are you today?
Hi, Jordana. Hey, we're doing great. A little bit cold here, -8 below zero, and we have the fireplace that's keeping us nice and toasty. But we certainly enjoyed last night's Hallmark. It was very pleasant to watch, and it was a very entertaining evening.
I love what Hallmark Channel is bringing us in their new year, new movies. And
Yes.
this one was called A Scottish
We
Love
got to
Scene.
go travel to Scotland, which was sort of fun. We
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
It was A Scottish Love Scheme, which was about these two Scottish mothers, one living in the United States, one living
Yes.
in Scotland. And they planned this trip, which there was a reason for this trip, but we don't
Yes.
find that out till later in the movie, so we're not going to give it away. But
Yes.
they planned this trip also because these two meddling mothers wanted to bring, suddenly their two children were single again at the
Yes.
same point of their
And the
lives.
two mothers grew up together in Scotland, so they were both Scottish ladies, and they knew each other, and one went off to the United States, where she had a daughter, and the other lady was a successful business lady with 3 sons who ran the family brewery or the family distillery. And so you imagine that they were brewing scotch, which is very common in Scotland. And these two ladies were conspiring, scheming to introduce their children, or to reintroduce their children back together again. And this is very common in the United States, because mothers of daughters and sons from outside the United States often want to put their children together in a marital match. And we got to watch this happen.
It was fun, and these were childhood friends too. So we
Yes.
have our main characters, Lily and Logan, who hadn't seen
Yes,
each other in like 7 years. It came out, and at the time when they had last seen each other, Lily was married to a brewery owner in Boston, and and Logan was married but recently a widower, and had a son, Finn. And so
Yes.
it was nice. They got to see each other again and kind of rekindle from these meddling mothers, because they kept setting them up on these dates
Yes,
and
that was-
stuff. It was fun. It was a fun movie, and involved in this because there was
But-
always a problem. This distillery was having a marketing
We, as observers of this movie, watching the movie, felt like we were a part of this reintroduction of these two young lovebirds, and it was fun to see how it came out. And I think that the viewers of Hallmark will enjoy watching this movie.
It was great, and I love the fact that throughout the whole dating experience and all of this, we as viewers of this movie and this relationship, we got to see Scotland.
Yes, and now it makes us all want to travel to Scotland, and maybe to sit down in a brewery and to have a drink, a little scotch that was brewed right there in Scotland.
Yeah, they showed, they were doing like this new kind of whiskey they were having there, and they were showing different things there.
Yes.
They took us into a pub there. But the nice thing I thought,
Yes.
which I really enjoyed about this movie, was the actors. So the cast.
They were very good.
They
Yes.
were great, but what Hallmark has done nicely this year, especially because they've traveled us across the globe in many of their movies, they've been great with casting people from the countries that they're going to.
Oh yes, that makes it feel like you're part of the entire scene, because the people around you are speaking with their real accents.
Yeah. And this had a
yeah.
Scottish brogue, is that what it's called? Or
Yes.
or I'm not really sure what it's called, but
Now, that's very good. They were Scottish, and we got to feel their language as part of the movie.
even the barkeeper, if you remember, he came out from underneath, he had the kilt on, like it was just
Oh, yes,
so
yes.
cute. And I love to see that Hallmark taking us on scene, and not only, they normally film in Canada, but this year, and I think last year too, they've really been taking us across the globe.
Well,
I think the first one was
yes.
in the Maldives, where we
We
first
went to Maldives, and we've been to Italy on many occasions.
Yeah.
And of course, Hallmark uses Italian actors and actresses, and we've been to Greece,
Greece.
and we've been to a Greek wedding.
In Portugal, we had
Yes.
a chef in Portugal, so we've been so many places, and Hallmark
Yes.
is showing us the world. And anybody who hasn't been able to travel the world, you can do it through Hallmark.
Oh, it's absolutely spectacular with the scenery and with the stories, and those stories are relative to each of us. We all can feel what is happening because most of us have families who are immigrants to the United States. So we've come from places in Africa and Asia and Europe and South America, and we're getting to go back and see the roots of our culture and the love stories that go with it.
So I loved this movie for that fact, and our characters, Lily and Logan's story, and then the mothers,
Yes.
Kate and Marie, and their relationship between these
Oh,
two women.
it was very, very well presented.
Yeah.
But what's for next week?
So next week is going to be more of a rom-com. So we went from this great family-hearted relationship movie to this rom-com. It's going to be just pure fun. It looks like it's called Betty's Bad Luck in Love. Just sounds like a fun movie. She's
Yes.
going to like a palm reader or something I saw in one of the advertisements last night. So that is what's on
That should
next
be
week.
extremely interesting to watch. And until then, we wish all of our viewers to stay warm, bundle up, and be careful out there, and take care of yourself until next week.
Have a great week, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.